Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Hope all are you well. So today I will try to discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can easily use the slider. So it's one kind of our Google Earth engine, mainly web application training program. So for today's session, I try to discuss about that how we can easily work with slider. Okay. So using the slider, we can easily create different types of art engine apps and display. So if you check, it's one kind of example. This is the one kind of example. So here you can see, here I already added this type of slider, so you can easily drag and then you can simply check different types of NDVI for the different year. So now it display the NDVI map 2015. So then you can see this is the 2017 or 2019 or any specific year. We can easily find out, and we can easily find out that change. Okay, so this type of map, how we can easily create, as well as how we can easily create this type of slider. So using this slider, you can easily get all of map for the specific range. So in this case, it show the yearly map from 2015 to 2025. So we can easily display all of map. So further, you can easily publish it as a art engine apps, and further you can also use it for different types of web application. So let's go how we can easily create this type of things. I will try to explain all of things from beginners to advanced level, then you can get the idea. So basically in this case, we need to use this function UI slider. So if you check it, basically a draggable target that runs linearly between two numeric values. The value of the slider is displayed as a level alongside it. So basically we find out that you can see mean and max. Then we find out the value, then a step, then on change. So this type of things, how I can connect. Okay, so let's go. First of all, we try to calculate the yearly NDVI. Okay, so let's go try to calculate for yearly NDVI. So for that, import a your boundary area. Suppose in this case, I want to work for, suppose Dhaka city boundary. Just import Dhaka city boundary. And further, if you want, you can simply give a variable name. Okay, let me import again. And just keep the variable name, suppose AOI. Okay. So now, first of all, we need to create the annual NDVI. If you want, you can use here the different types of satellite imagery for calculating the NDVI. So in this case, I want to use a ready-made dataset. Suppose this dataset provide the Landsat. Okay, Landsat ready-made dataset I try to use in here. So just simply search here Landsat NDVI. We find out the different types. So you can see 8-day. Okay, so I want to use for the 8-day NDVI composite. Further, we just convert into 1 year or yearly NDVI. So this is my data set. I want to use this data. So let's go. First of all, we just create a function. Okay, suppose I create a function. This function help me to calculate yearly NDVI from this data set. Okay, so let's go try to create a function. So just take a variable name, suppose get NDVI, and put the function keyword. So now I put my element. Suppose I put the element name is year. Okay, and then further define my argument. So my argument is that I want to create the yearly NDVI. Okay, so just take a variable, suppose start, and define the EE date object, EE date from YMD, and put here that year, and put here the first. Okay, and then put here the take the another variable, suppose end, and use here EE dot date dot from YMD. Okay, I put the element name year, so just put here the year, suppose December 31. Okay, so now I just call my collection, basically this NDVI collection. So take a variable NDVI and put here this collection, mainly artisan snippet, just copy and then paste here. Okay, so now for that, just try to use here, simply use a function dot select function and select the band of NDVI. So it already provide the NDVI band. This, it's a ready-made NDVI composite. And then put here the filter date. Filter date, just put here that start and end. Okay, and then calculate the mean, and it's just clip with our study area, which is AOI. So now we find out this type of things. If you want, you can also just rename it as a NDVI band. We just rename it. So this band name is the NDVI. So it's not neat because we already know about that. It's NDVI band. So now what I return from here? So I want to return this NDVI set yearly and put here year. Okay, so now we create a function. So this function, further we need to connect with our year. Okay, so for that, just make a sequence of year, take a variable years and apply here ee dot list dot sequence, and I put here suppose 1987 from 2025. So I put this type of time period, just make a sequence. So this is my collection. Okay, basically yearly I need the NDVI map from 1987 to 2025. So now further just take a variable, suppose NDVI collection, and put the ee dot image collection and call the years. So this is my year collection. So this thing connect with our function which I already created. Basically it's called that get NDVI. Just copy and connect. Okay, so now it's successfully connecting. If you check it, just print the NDVI collection and run it. So now you can find out that how much year we find out. You can see from 1987 to 2025, all of year it's calculated the average NDVI, mainly 39 years. Okay, NDVI it's calculated. If you check it, you can see all of those. So it will be start from 1987. Okay, and last year is year of 2025. Okay, total 39 years average NDVI we find out. So this NDVI, all of image of NDVI, I want to add as a layer and then display as a slider. Okay, suppose this slider it show all of yearly NDVI for different year. So for that, first of all, we need to create the map layer as a dictionary. So let's go try to do it. Take a variable layers. I take the empty dictionary, mainly keyword and key value, and then call the years. Okay, which is including all of year, and put here the get info and use here the for is function, for is, and create a function in here. So put here the function element name, I put here year. So now further define your argument. So my argument is that I want to add, okay, all of yearly. So just take a variable image and call the NDVI collection with including total 39 years NDVI. So these things I need to filter. So just put here the filter and earth engine dot filter equal what's equal what. I want to filter it yearly. Okay, so put here that year, and also put here that call the year. Okay, element name we just call, and from here we just choose the first. Let's put here the first as a reducer. I take the first image of NDVI. Okay, so after that thing we need to add the layer. So just take a variable, suppose layer, and then call the function UI dot map dot layer. So this function we need to define this image. So just call the image, as well as I put the empty visualization. I try to add the layer later. After that we put the layer name, suppose NDVI, then put at the plus year. Okay, it also add the year, and all of layer I want to not shown. So for that use at the false function, then it not shown. Okay, just disable. Okay, so now we define it. After that just call the layers and put here the year equal layer, and finally we just try to add the layer. So just put here map dot add this layer. So now it create this type of function. So now after that we need to create a slider for year selection. So from the slider we just simply select the year. Okay, so how I can create the slider? So for that, if you check, this is the function UI dot slider. We need to min max value step, we need to define all of those. So on change is very important, because these things mainly we can, when you click the slider, what happened? Suppose I just simply change 2015, 2016, 2018, then what happened? It's controlled from the on change argument. So let's go try to do it, how we can easily create a slider for year selection. So just take a variable, suppose slider, and call this function UI dot slider, UI dot slider. So now just put all of argument one by one. So just I create the slider. Mean value I define. Suppose mean value, it will be start from 987. Okay, and max value I define, suppose 2025. Okay, and I set the value. Suppose it will be show the result 987. Okay, so first value I define it, and first then we need to need a step. It's very important. Suppose I need the is year, so I put here the one, every step, one step, and then after that we need that on change. It's very important, on change. So just I call the argument on change. This on change we just create a function. This function I define the year and use this curly bracket. So now we just use here the object keys, and define here the layers, which we already defined the layers, and use here the for is function, element I put, suppose y, and then I put my argument what I need. So just put the argument the layers y dot section y equal year. Okay, so this is the function we can create. So now further, if you want, you can simply set the panel layout. So just I create a panel. So this panel add the slider. Okay, so let's go try to create a panel. So for plane, just take a variable, suppose panel, and use our UI dot panel. I just put, and now define all of argument. So first argument is that widget. Okay, suppose I add a widget. So just put here the widgets widgets we put in here, and then make the list. Suppose I want to put here, I want to add a level. Suppose just put here UI dot level. Okay, I said you can write anything. Suppose I put here select year to view NDVI. You can put anything, and then for the second I put the at the second widget, suppose slider. Okay, I already defined the slider. If you check it, this is the slider. I want to connect with my panel, just paste here. Okay, and after that, if you want, you can also add some other argument such as style. So if you want, you can also put at the style. Suppose just use here the style argument, and the style we can easily set, suppose different types of argument. First one is the position. Suppose set the position, and you can set the position. Suppose where you put the slider, top left or top center. I put here the suppose top left, and further it's not need others. So after that you can simply add the panel. So right here map dot add, and I want to add this panel. So now run the code and check what happened. So you can see it added this type of slider. Okay, so it's including basically 1987, because I put here, you can see 1987. Okay, 1987, and maximum 2025. And you can see here it show the 1987 when I put suppose 2000, suppose 2000. Now check what happened. So now it will be start from the 2000. Okay, so basically this value basically it's randomly default it show the 2000 because I put the value 2000. Suppose I want to start from this 1990. So just put it. So now you can see it's the default 1990. We find out in here, but it not focus my study area. So let's go try to focus and check what happened. So just put here map dot center object is AOI, zoom level suppose 10, and then click run. So now we find out this NDVI map. It loads, just a minute. Okay, it visualize. I think some networking issue, so that's why it not loaded properly. Okay, so now you can see we can find out this type of NDVI map without color. If you want, you can also add the color, then you find out that different year NDVI, and we can also, you can easily visualize it as a date slider. Okay, if you check it, suppose you can see it show the 1987. If you want, simply just you can drag, you can see which year in it, so simply put, then it automatically loaded. So now further these things you can easily publish as an art engine app. Okay, so you can see this is the process. So we can find out the NDVI map 1987 to 2025. So basically this is the way to work with slider. So using the slider we can easily create different web application. So for the other tutorial I also try to explain more interesting Earth Engine web application using Google Earth Engine. So for that, just simply keep in touch with this YouTube channel. And we also provide some online training program if you are interested to join this type of online training program. And basically this is the online training program for that Google Earth Engine web apps for big geospatial data analysis. So in this web application we try to complete lot of things from the Google Earth Engine web application, such as some real project water quality monitoring, then road monitoring, air quality monitoring, trend analysis, time series. So this type of web application, how we can easily create, we'll also discuss about that. So basically it's one kind of private training program. You can start anytime, as well as if you want to join our group training program. So basically our training program will be start from 21st January. So this training program basically it's for beginners. If you have no knowledge about the Google Earth Engine, or if you have no knowledge about that coding, okay, mainly JavaScript or Python, after completing this online training program, you are able to do any types of remote sensing analysis very quickly and efficiently. Okay, so this class will be start from the 21st February. If you want to join this training program, just simply contact in this WhatsApp number, also contact with this email, and you can easily check all of details for the course content for this web application, for this training program. So basically this is the Google Earth Engine for remote sensing and GIS analysis. We try to complete a lot of topic regarding the GIS and remote sensing. So you also check all of details. Further, if you need us, just simply contact and then join. So you can get some benefit when you join this online training program, such as you can get the course e-certificate after submitting all of assignment. You can get that all of training materials, mainly slide, PDF. You can get all of practice code, as well as also get the recorded class, as well as also get about the lifetime teaching support. Okay, and if regarding this topic, if you are interested to do any types of research work or publication work, then you also get the support. Okay, so if you did not waste your time, then as soon as possible, simply contact and then confirm your registration. Today is no more. Thank you for watching that. Stay happy, stay safe.